Pabst and PBR have a number of different vintage tap handles, and there's a few styles that I typically will see a lot, and then there's other ones that are a little bit more uncommon. This particular one is one that I don't see that much, and there's a couple of different variations on it. So the ones that I'll see a little bit more are going to be the lucite ones. There's a couple of different designs of those. Those are the lucite or cast resin ones. And then the other ones that I'll see a bit are the pub style tap handles. Some of those will be wooden, some of those will be plastic. Occasionally you will come across these ones, and there's a couple styles that I've seen of it. This one I feel like I haven't seen quite as much as the other ones. And there's a few things with this. First of all, this main portion here is a cast plastic portion. So if you look on the side there, you'll see that line. So they have the two different portions that are put together with this. You do have a decent amount of detail on here. There's a few things that are notable about it. First of all, is just that font with the original. That's something that I don't see a lot with PBR branding or logos. I don't know if there's a particular period that they were doing that, but it is a very, very interesting font. I do like some of the design elements with that long swoop on the A. Just really cool style. Another thing that's worth noting as well that they've done with this is with that stripe that goes through there, this decoration, this on the top and bottom, also makes it a little bit off center. So sometimes with their designs, they'll be a little bit more balanced. So the stripe will be the element that kind of goes across, but everything else will be a bit more balanced. With this one, you do have some, I believe, intentional asymmetry that you have going on there. And that is repeated on this side as well. If we're looking at this, you can see that there's a slight indent there. If you notice that there. And this does appear to be a separate element that's been put in there, but one of the things that separates that from some of the ones that I've seen with the stickers and things like that is that it does seem to be in there fairly securely. I haven't really seen any ones where it's coming off or anything like that, which is very, very nice. Means that they did a good job with the design. This portion down here is also worth noting because it's not kind of like your standard ferrule. So with your standard ferrule, you would normally have a rod or an element where you can kind of easily unscrew that and screw that back in. With that, it's fairly well attached to the tap handle itself. Also, of course, this is a relatively small tap handle. So if we're looking at it compared to the hockey puck or compared to the bottle opener adapter, you'll see this is a very small tap. So that means that it wouldn't be as noticeable if you were further away from the bar. But also at the time that these were produced, it was less of a big deal. You weren't trying to do the big, ginormous tap handles that became more common in since the 1990s and stuff like that. But great tap handle, very, very fun one. As I mentioned, a little bit smaller, so you would want to pay attention to that when you have that on display or as part of your collection.